What's up, viewers, and welcome to another episode of Cheers Reviews. I'm your host, Jimmy, and today we are talking about the Eko VPB-100 Basso Elettrico. For those playing at home, Basso Elettrico means electric bass in Italian. Why? Well, Eko are an Italian-based stringed instrument manufacturer who were founded in 1959. Now, before we dive into today's video, I wanted to give a shout out to today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is The School Locker. They're an Australian-based retailer who are passionate about giving students every opportunity to unlock their potential. They've got everything from laptops, school uniforms, to musical instruments, and anything in between. For our Aussie viewers, I'm going to leave a link to their online store below, or if you're a Queensland local, you can head into one of their superstores. The team at the School Locker was super helpful and an absolute pleasure to deal with in helping me find this bass. Hopefully it goes without saying, but I'm only going to be sharing my genuine, honest opinions about this bass, so without much further ado, let's get into it. As mentioned before, Eko are an Italian-based stringed instrument manufacturer who have been making guitars and basses for decades and decades. Originally handmade in Italy, Eko made a splash in the 60s and 70s, especially with their acoustic guitars. If you look around online, you can see photos of Jerry Rafferty, Mike Rutherford from Genesis, and of course, Led Zeppelin's Jimi Page using one of these Eko acoustic guitars. Fast forward to 2022 and Eko are still making a handful of guitars and basses, and from what I can tell online, they mostly come out of their factory in China. Today, we've got the Eko VPB-100 electric bass in vintage cream. It has a low recommended retail price of only 229 Aussie buckaroos. Now, this is the cheapest bass that we've ever had on this channel, so I was really curious to see what kind of quality we can expect. And look, off the bat, when I unpacked it, I was pleasantly surprised at how well it was packed, and it barely needed any adjustment to get playing. It was pretty much tune up and get jamming. Jumping into specs, we've got a basswood body, a matte finished maple neck, rosewood fingerboard, and pearloid dot inlays. It's got vintage style bridge and tuners, as well as a ceramic split coil precision bass style pickup, controlled by a single volume and tone dial. And considering the price point, the quality is pretty good. It was far beyond what I was expecting. There was no nasty sharp fret edges, it stays in tune, it plays pretty well, but as for the sound, well, let's go find out. Alright, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Yep, that's right, it does all the things that a P-bass should. Does it sound as good as the real deal? Probably not, but hey, that shouldn't take away from how much fun it is to play. And same goes for the hardware. It's not as nice as the mid to high range stuff, but it does work, it does stay in tune, so there's no complaints here. When researching Eko for this episode, I was blown away at how many unique, awesome guitars and basses they've released over the decades. I mean, just check some of these out. There's so many cool, unique basses that I'd love to get my hands on and play. But when I was looking at the Eko website online, I can see that they still make a handful of basses, but they are fairly conservative designs. So if anyone from Eko is watching, please go back, have a look, see if you can find any old drawings or drafts of these really cool basses from the yesteryear, and maybe have a think about doing a limited reissue. I'd be really keen to try one out. I'm sure a few people here would be really keen to try one out. But hey, I digress. I'm definitely getting off track here. Eko VPB-100, really cool bass, excellent value for money. Whether this is your first bass or you don't have a P bass and you want to try one out, or maybe you're looking for a really good foundation to do a supercharged mod project on, this is definitely a great consideration. Anyway, thank you so much for coming along to check out the Eko VPB-100 electric bass in vintage cream Thank you again to the School Locker for sponsoring today's episode. And if you like today's episode, feel free to hit that like button. It really does help. And if you want to see more bass related content, you can go and hit that subscribe button, maybe even hit the bell if you don't want to miss an episode when it comes out. But until next video, keep on rocking, and I'll see you next time.